Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Tap into the Morphin Grid and suit up along with us this week as it's time to convert Japanese tokusatsu into American action on this week's episode of Pretty Morphin Cosmic Rangers. This is your GM Patrick here, and finally, after 10,000 hours of podcasting, I'm free. It's now time to conquer Season 5. Joining me in saving the smoothie bar and standing up to bullies are my 5 friends and your teenagers with attitude. To my far left, this man in black always mastodons his costume proudly. It's Jabber jabbering away as Jamfram.
I knew you were going to say I was bulk.
No, you're the Black Ranger.
Oh, yeah.
Across the digital table from me, why, it's the nerdy Blue Ranger with his Triceratops, aka Miles, make him believe as redacted.
Good evening.
To my right, Red Rangin and leader of this motley crew, why, it's Tyler talking to Praedir.
I'm here as Cinema Red.
To my callback. To my immediate left, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? We have a male stunt performer, Rockin' Yellow, aka Drew, dying to play Zilix Fell.
Yeah.
And across from him, the graceful gymnasts, ready to pterodactyl you in half. It's none other than Pink Ranger Rebecca rolling with Asher and Sky.
Hello.
He's going to tear you a new butthole.
That was what I had written.
Oh, really?
Originally first. I was like, I shouldn't say that. But we did it anyway.
The bird's got the assist.
Ta-da!
I think I saw something in the Discord about Power Rangers or something.
Really?
Our
Discord? Anything specific? Because I kind of talk about Power Rangers a lot.
And anyway, it made me think of when we did the Cinema Rangers, and I remember driving in the car and thinking, you know what? That was the coolest art I think I've ever felt like I had for a character. I still love that. I still love cinema.
Really? That is the coolest art?
Yeah.
We should bring it back.
That's how much I loved it. You're
crazy.
Don't get me wrong. I love Cassius as well. And Edros will always be a special boy.
Okay. But the Red Ranger.
Who doesn't want to be the Red Ranger? I mean, as a child, it's like, that's the guy.
I wanted to be blue.
I also wanted to be
blue.
blue, but that was my favorite color was blue. So it's like,
I thought you were Red Man.
No, I'm blue.
Only when it comes to Gundams, huh?
Well,
let's get back into it, guys. Let's talk about what happened last time on Cosmic Crit and get back into book 3 of season 5. Podcast technically like number 2 for our group. Last time on Cosmic Crit, you all got a summons from Rusty Threll, the mayor of Plaustov, to come and help sort out the floundering settlement, as well as search for the expedition of android leader Oksana. Arriving in the dusty town, you go to the Trough Bar, the saloon run by Zertel Aram. There you meet the halfling Piblib, the Kasathan Umor, and the Shobahds, Hydra, and Salafin. What be wrong in said intro? Drew's got
ding,
one right
ding,
off.
ding. It's Thrill Rustos, not Rusty Threll.
Well, maybe he gets called Rusty as a nickname, but indeed it is. His last name is Rustos. Correct. What else? She was quick to get the first thing wrong, and he's like, have fun, everyone else. I'm not doing anything else.
Got him.
Did my job.
The bar is not called the whatever the heck you said it was. It's called Trenches.
A trough is another word for a trench, but yes, Trenches is the name of the bar. That is correct. You got 2 down, just 1 more, and you got a sweet little episode for you. Some are hard. Some are darn hard, I will say.
Oh, I have one. Piblib was an Isoki.
That is correct. In my mind, I kind of thought of him as a halfling type, but no, he's Soki. The other thing's incorrect is Rusty Threll is not the mayor of Plaustov. He is just an envoy. He's a whatchamacallit.
I had that one too, but I wanted to say
an emissary.
Ambassador.
Yeah. And the android leader that went missing is named Oskana, not Oksana. very close, but I spelled it weird for a reason. It looks more like an android name. Ox Anna. Pass me that Ox. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys got it. You got to reroll. Good for you. Wow.
Woo!
When we last left off, indeed, you were in the Trenches bar, when it seemed like a number of the Union supporters kind of come crashing through the dusty doorway here, led by, looks like a very tough looking orc woman. They're all wearing the bandanas marking them as indeed striking Union workers from the lumberyards. She has on her back what looks like a giant kind of great axe. And it's a very strong, broad-shouldered looking woman with a tank top and work pants. As she comes in the bar, she looks around and shouts out and says, "What's this I hear's about a bunch of Viridian folks coming to stick their nose into Plaustov business, huh?"
Praedir picks his head up from the corner table and says, he's like, "It's an investing, not sticking nose in." Oh gosh.
What?
And he like does this thing where he burps, like he's about, he thinks he might, he has to like catch himself. He's like, and he goes, "We're investing in Plaustov business. They're a great business place."
Are you okay, Tyler? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What's happening to dear? Is he drunk?
If you remember last time, Praedir had a drink of the local variety
yes.
and did not do well.
Oh yeah, because it was sour.
Yeah,
Right.
so he's been trying to recover in a corner booth, and is still working on that.
I think one actor's wasted too.
All right, cool. Yeah, I see that you've gone the method acting route tonight.
I mean M&M's.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Is that what the kids are calling it?
These are M&Ms soaked in tequila.
M&M's,
gross.
martinis and margaritas.
Oh! Those two cocktails that go great together.
You just mix them together and
Mix them. Speaking of drinks, you see someone sporting a drink wheel around at one of the stools at the bar down at the other end. It is indeed a small goblin dressed in leather chaps wearing a 10-gallon cowboy hat with a tag still on. He's holding what looks like a Shirley Temple with several cocktail cherries in it. This is clearly just cattywampus pretending to be like a Plaustov ranger. And he says, "Well, I wouldn't believe anything these big city folks got to say, sister. I reckon they was hired by the Union Busters, by that corporation to sell the strike and bust your skulls. Yeehaw! Plaustov forever."
You would be wrong, friends. We come here to help you.
I don't know about that. Ulra says, I had heard that Threlrustros had gone north to seek aid, but did you folks indeed come all the way down here just to side with the lumber barons of Plaustov?
I don't know who Threll is, but we are not Union Busters. We're investors. We would be investing alongside the Union, or we're going to try and invest with trenches. Oh my goodness.
Just then, Threlrustros walks into the bar on his cane, is like, "Friends, please, no, you don't need to fight. They're friends of mine."
I've never... Praedir just goes, "Who are you?"
"Well, I'm Threlrustros. We talked just 2 days ago."
I have no memory of you.
What? Zilix hobbles over and just pats Praedir on the shoulders like, best to keep quiet that job.
Praedir whispers in your ear, "You try to make a bluff check on this podcast and he just doesn't let you. He just won't let you make one. It's just so hard. It's so hard to be a person who has Max Frankson bluff on this show."
Do you want to waste time, Tyler? Because I will call those bluffs with real factoids immediately. No, I mean, you can still lie if you'd like.
No, he's already here. There's no point in lying. You can't lie your way out of this situation.
Thurl goes up to the bar and orders a round for the lumber folk. Oh, what do you call people that work in lumber yards?
I believe lumberjack is the term.
They're not like jacking up the forest. They're really just working in the.
They're just mill workers.
Yeah, they're jacking it off, really, if anything.
Oh boy, your bird's got a little bee in his bonnet tonight.
Been working on those M&Ms.
Yeah, you know, mill workers. Buys around for folks, and they're like, "Oh, to Rusty Thrill, that's his nickname now." He comes over to you and is like, "I didn't know you all had arrived in town, but this might be an opportunity. That over there is Ulra, the leader of the lumber union that's been striking these last few months. I don't know if you want to start chatting with her. It seems you wanted to wet your whistle before you went and met Zalni, but looks like you, Praedir, are you doing all right with that drink there? Can I get you some water?"
That'd be nice. Yeah, thank you.
They pour like a very, very dirty looking tap water.
Oh no, do I have to make a check for the water?
No, but your poopy's gonna be very runny. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I'll survive it.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry, I'm confused. So we have not yet met with Zalni, but that is who we need to go and talk to because he is the acting head of Plaustov and needs help. But we don't know what he needs help with yet, or we do?
No, I think you've gotten a pretty good, you've sized up the town from talking to folks here, as well as getting information from folks in Viridian who had visited Plaustov before. They painted the picture of after the leader left, like some gangs moved in. There seems to be some strong arming, perhaps from the gangs. There's businesses that have shut down. There's price gouging of foodstuffs. And finally, the union strike. Those are like the four big ones.
And then there's also an expedition that went missing, but is that separate from this?
Yeah, I mean, it's
okay.
I mean, I guess you could do them in any order, but going to check on the expedition would be a much longer adventure that would probably take you away from Plaustov. So you're here now if you want to start working on some of these other problems.
No, that's fine. I didn't know if the expedition being missing was the thing they wanted help with, but they just want help, like fixing up their town.
Just about everything. Yep.
Restoring order to Plaustov. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm all caught up.
And the audience is too now. Thank you. Yeah. What would you guys like to do here? Ulra, this orc woman, is even after the drink, shooting dirty looks at you from across the bar.
Can I go and talk to Ulra for a little bit?
Yeah, as you move up, she kind of like leans back in her chair, and a few toughs kind of like position themselves between you and her. Some very beefy looking Shobahds and humans. What Ulra says as you approach is, what do you have to say for yourself, Viridian?
I was just wondering how long this strike has been going on.
We've been petitioning for action for the better part of 6 months, but we've been completely out of business for a few months now. We've had some conditions at the mill that were not being answered by management, and well, with the rise in prices here in town, a whole day's work was barely worth anything, and definitely not the dangers we had to put up with.
I can understand that. Who is it that you're trying to negotiate at the mill?
The owners of the corporations is a board that controls all the lumberites here in Plaustov, but we're also trying to contact Mr. Zalni and convince him to maybe put forth some legislation that would help us out as well. If they can.
Very interesting. I think that Mr. Zalni may be interested in making moves to restore some peace in this town.
Is that why he brought you in?
To him? Yeah.
If that's what you came here to do and not suckle at the teat of the corporation, they'll probably offer you all kinds of credits to get rid of us, but we're not going anywhere. And this Zalni character, if you think he's going to be able to settle things, and good luck to you. But yeah, look, it doesn't seem like Oscana is ever coming back. They went off to explore this mysterious valley, and well, she's probably dead along with whoever else she dragged out there. And Zalni needs to realize that and step up. He's got the authority to put pen to paper and make these regulations happen. that would solve most of our problems, but he keeps putting it off. I think he's being cowed by the mill management, the corporation.
You have to understand Mr. Zalni is in a very awkward position, but I agree he needs to step up and do what needs to be done to keep the peace here. What exactly are your conditions?
It's rough stuff in the mills. Working in the saws is dangerous, even the automated ones. We each get paid based on a number of boards that we put out and process within a day, and the charter decides on wages, and management kind of capitalizes on that, literally and figuratively. We don't get paid enough to keep up our homesteads and cover medical bills, pay for groceries, and yeah, we need the charter government to really step in and regulate some more fair wages for us, or we've already had about half of the workforce head on to greener pastures and either go back to Akaton or go to other colonies. So those of us that want to make it here in Plaustov, we've decided that we need to take things into our own hands and strike.
I can understand that, and I understand your frustration with the speed at which change is being made. I'd be happy to speak to Mr. Zalni on your behalf.
Good luck. We've been trying to get to talk to him for months, so we'll enjoy.
Well, you drink up and enjoy that drink. Don't you worry. Things will get better.
Oh boy. Right, so labor relations. Who thought that was going to be part of book 3 here in this AP? What would you guys like to do next?
Should we go and talk to Mr. Zalni?
Good idea.
Praedir, do you need to sober up a little bit?
I feel like some of us need to sober up. Because Redacted and Praedir, I think, are both tanked.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were part of the. Yeah.
Drinking with the Shobahds.
Basilix is fine.
Miles,
so
I thought you just
do this.
decided randomly that Redacted was going to be sloshed.
No,
I rolled badly and he was drunk.
Okay.
Yeah. Poor Redacted, drunk again. Yeah, I think you could just pour us in just a vehicle, and we'll be fine.
Okay. And you want to go meet Mr. Lance, Zalni Lance?
Do we have anyone with charisma that isn't drunk?
I mean, I still have charisma when I'm drunk.
That's true.
He's a lovable drunk.
More. Maybe more. Yeah, because it's either go see... Our choices are go see Zalni, or just randomly go after some of the other things and rumors we've heard of, like the rat catchers...
Rat brain.
Cashers.
There are some food service providers that we could go talk to.
Right. So heading over to the mayor's office, the government building. Indeed, it is a like I said, the largest building in Plaustov City here. It's a 2-story city hall that looks like a few different offices in it. And you're led up to the second floor. Maybe Threll Rustos will kind of point the way. And as you get up there, you go into the main office, which is, I'd imagine a lot of wood and leather kind of over the furniture here, kind of a Western theme as well, but maybe a little cleaner than the the bar and some of the other shut down businesses you've seen elsewhere in Plaustov City. And yeah, you see standing behind his desk another Helki human, vibrant red-skinned human man with, white hair, and he's got like gauzy scarves. And as you come in, he's like mopping his brow with them, as it doesn't seem to be air conditioned in here. And it is the Akatonian style, his clothing that he's wearing, which I imagine is kind of like a space Western kind of vibe. Firefly-esque. Here's what Zalni looks like. It's got the bit of a comb over kind of look going, some small circular glasses, and as you enter in, he doesn't have the dedication to wear a glass eye.
No.
But as you come in, he's like, Zalni. Oh, at last you've arrived. I was so worried you wouldn't come. Oskana's been missing for over a month or so now, and all of Plaustov is falling apart. I'm supposed to run everything while she's gone, but I'm not really the leader type. I guess I should start at the beginning here. Welcome. Oskana, you know of it, was the head administrator here in Plaustov City, and she took a team to explore the strange valley to the southeast. It's very odd. Cameras and sensors can't see into it, and the magical scrying down there doesn't work. It's somehow both technologically and magically shielded from view. But Oskana was concerned that there might be something dangerous about it that would pose a threat to the settlement, so they rounded up a number of adventuring types. Honestly, though, I didn't think that was a real reason to head down there. You see, we don't have much room to expand the town since we're kind of between the mountains and the sea here, and I wanted to see if we could start settling that valley. So, she took a team down, 6 people with her. We haven't heard anything since they left. I don't know if they're dead, if just communication technologies get jammed down there, or, in the meantime, there's just been disaster after disaster here, and we didn't know what to do, and we were told we should reach out to you all and try and get your help. So thank you for making the journey down to Plaustov. I'm Zalni.
Nice to meet you, Zalni. You were told you should reach out to us. Who told you to reach out to us?
Well, we've been in communications with some of the other settlements and colonies, and Mr. Rustos has visited a few of them, and some of them had some very nice things to say about y'all, and some of them, not so much, but we've heard that you've had some good dealings and some good luck, and you've expanded your colony already within a year or so of being down here. So we figured you had things kind of under control up there and might be able to give us a little pointer here or there to how to help out Plaustov.
I see. Well, not to cut straight to brass tacks, as they say, but what are your most pressing issues then?
I mean, I sure would like to get Oskana back in whatever way possible, but even if she came back, I'd feel so bad that the city's kind of falling apart without her here, and if we can get some of these things tidied up before we find her, that would be that. There are outside the lumber workers striking, one of our major businesses, and really the only way that we have access to grow in the settlement. There's been some problems with the supply chain and folks hoarding food and kind of gouging prices here in town. We've had a number of businesses hit hard by various factors, including the theater, which went down a few weeks back. And there's some tough folks come from Akaton that I think maybe sense a little bit of blood in the water. Group called the Rat Cashers. They were really only up to some petty things when Oskana was around, but I think their operations are just getting more and more bold. They got an illegal gray spider goat racing establishment right on the outskirts of the city, and it's a pretty open secret that I think those races are rigged, and they get both travelers and regular city folks kind of caught up in their dealings down there, and we've had a lot of complaints of fights and folks getting beaten up. I think it might have something to do with them. So I could talk all day about the problems facing us here in Plaustov, but what have you had anything like this happen in Viridian?
To tell truth, this is actually quite refreshing. We certainly have had supply chain issues. We've had entire shipments of sweeteners stolen from us. We've even had, creatures from other planes of existence inserted to our electrical equipment. So, and we maybe didn't have any gang issues, but we did start our own cult. So there are similarities to the challenges that we faced here. I think we could help you out.
Well, that sounds really rough stuff that you had to go through. But yeah, we're facing a gang problem, and like a turnip costs like 5 credits. So we got to get that under control.
Yeah, the peasants always get uppity. That's why we need to be around.
Okay, well, that's your word.
Just kidding.
Oh, okay. What would you like to do first? I'd like to advise you any way that I can and lend my support, me and Threll. But yeah, I've been not doing a great job here in Oskana's stead. I wasn't cut out for this, and I thought she was going to be gone for a week. 2 tops, and here we are months later.
Well, I think the number one thing to do is to get the gang activity under control. Even if you were, as of right now, to try and make some rulings and affect change in Plaustov, I feel like your authority is being undermined by the criminal underworld. So I think the first thing is to reestablish the fact that you are in charge. You are the leader. I know you may not like the position you're in, but I think right now people don't see you as, at least from my time in the trenches, people don't see you as the leader that they want, that Oksana was, which fair enough, but
were they bad mouthing me in the trenches? I try not to go in there because
oh boy.
Well, I'm kind of worried about getting shivved if you catch my meaning.
I think your worries are well placed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I think we can change that if we show that you will not tolerate openly criminal activities like these spider goat races.
Well, I mean, I don't so much mind them betting on races, but I think they're just bilking people for their money and making the these races. So the house always wins, as it were.
Well, I think the first thing we try to do is make the rat cachers exterminated.
Oh, I like that. I like that turn of phrase. But I mean, they're a dangerous bunch. Are you just going to go in there guns a-blazing, or how are you going to bring the rat cacher gang to justice?
Well, good question.
That was the end of the thought, sir. Mr. Praedir was finished talking.
Sorry. I was definitely not just like chewing on a gummy bear and didn't want to chew directly into the microphone.
Mid-sentence, he popped that gummy bear in. He's just like, now's really the time for a snack.
I finished a sentence, popped one in. Patrick only had like a 2-word response, and I just wasn't prepared for, having a conversation in a TTRPG. That threw me off. Anyway.
Sorry, I feel like I've been talking a lot this episode. So I was trying to let other people jump in here besides Tyler, but that egg on my face, huh?
Yep. That'll learn you.
You dummy.
I definitely don't want. I do not want to go in quite so boldly. I don't want you to seem quite so dictatory, if that makes sense. I think we will simply investigate the racetrack and see if we can't get the leader or whoever is presumably in charge to kind of show their hand in a way to where we can have a more precise attack, if you will.
Okay. What does that mean for you guys? What would you like to do?
I'd like to go to the racetrack.
Oh, straight up approach it.
Yeah, just go there and investigate, see what we can find out. I don't know if there's a way to sort of, discover how they're rigging the races and then pursue that avenue. I don't know if there's a way that we can sweet talk our way into kind of more like a VIP access, so then that we can kind of infiltrate from there.
We could just beat them up.
Yeah, I don't want to just go in murder hoboing because, again, we are the rumor mill, we're from out of town, and I think it's just going to make us look bad to people.
What if we took over the racetrack after we beat them up?
That's going to look... Wow, they're strong armors and hypocrites. I mean, if it makes us rich, I'll be a hypocrite every day, but whatever.
Yeah, so you want to head over there now?
If people are... I don't think we've gotten in any fights or anything, so I assume everybody's character situation is okay.
We've been level 5 for 7 episodes, and we haven't gotten in any fights.
Okay.
All today.
Challenge.
Yeah, the late afternoon, maybe you can ask around town and find out that they run a few races there, maybe like an hour or so apart. And it's, only like a 10-minute walk outside of town, like the downtown area where you get to what looks like an oblong kind of dirty track just kind of stamped into the weeds and grasses behind what looks like a fairly shabby looking warehouse on the eastern side of the city. Maybe a couple dozen residents seem to have kind of meandered their way over, and standing room only around some fence posts and things like that. And you see what looks like a Soki gentleman kind of making his way along the fence, taking bets on what looks like a data pad, as well as accepting equivalent good gifts besides credits. Someone comes up with like a basket of eggs and some produce and things, and Yosoki looks over and like nods and kind of takes it away. Yeah. What would you guys like to do? Maybe a few small outbuildings in and around the track, but the warehouse looks fairly empty as you walk by it.
Can we place money on the race? Is there stats, or do you have things for that?
It looks like it. Yes. There are 6 spider goats that they are, 6-legged creatures, I believe we discovered, that are being led around by some handlers, and a couple of them are like in the middle of the track eating grass and things. So they each have like a number on them, and someone can shoot you the data on your comm unit for their names and odds and things like that. And there's definitely like an odds on favorite and some long shots, but the differences between them aren't crazy different. It's like 1 to 2 odds all the way up to like 1 to 5.
Can I roll life science looking at these spider goats to see which one I think looks like a winner versus what the stat sheets say?
Let's see here. Why don't you guys all make me a perception check first off?
Perception.
Wait a minute. That one's a horse.
Yeah, this one looks a lot stronger.
What's a horse?
There's a horse just painted white with bones.
That one's so much bigger than the others.
2 extra paper mache legs on them. Right. So you've rolled well enough to see, that there's what looks like different lanes that they seem to be loading the spider goats into. And one of them is a good deal extra muddy. It seems like the far one that is one of the kind of odds on favorites perhaps is looks to be maintained a little bit differently. Did you want to make that life science?
Yeah.
True.
Let me do that.
Good perception rolls.
Only
yeah,
12.
You're not. Yeah, I guess you fought these things.
I can
undead.
roll my science.
Well, let's see if our friend Redacted knows.
Nope.
17. We got a 13 here. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, you don't know the goaties. You heard about the ponies. You don't know about them goaties that well. But you're not sure if will that be a hindrance to them? Would that be a boon? Are they mutters? Are they filthy mutters that like the mud? Yeah.
I'll be here all week.
Do you guys want to place a bet? It doesn't seem like you have any additional information. Minimum bet here seems to be, from what you can hear, 25 credits. So it's not like a whole crazy amount.
Should we watch a race and compare the stats to what happens before we place a bet? Or
that makes sense. We should just go in blazing.
Yeah, I was about to say this is the last race of the day, so you'd probably have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, how convenient! It's the last race of the day.
Yeah, I'll put 100 credits on a spider goat.
Whoa. Do you want to roll at random to see you bet? You got 1 in 6 odds here picking the winner.
Well, I'm not picking the Muddy Lane one.
Okay.
Praedir is gonna assume Muddy Lane is bad. I don't want to pick the 1 in 5 odds one, because that seems like they would be paying out a lot of money to the people who did bet in the 1 in 5. So I don't want to pick that one, and I don't want to pick the one that's favored in the Muddy Lane. So I'm going to roll a 1d4, and I'll have randomly between the 4 other ones.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Putting 100 down here. Is anybody else want to bet?
Zilix will put 50 down on the Muddy Lane one.
On Spider Goat number 1?
Yeah.
Already. Redacted. It sounded, Miles, like you're getting that itch, that old familiar itch.
Yeah, I'll put 100 down.
Oh, on whom?
All right, so What are my options again?
There are 6 different spider goats. Really, the only difference is some of the odds. There's a couple of basically odds on favorites that are paying 1 to 2. I guess actually the most favorited ones would be more like a 2 to 1 situation. There's a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and the far lane is a 1 in 5 odds.
Okay, I'm gonna go on Praedir's pony.
Okay, 100 credits as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do 100 credits on number 2.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, if
man.
everybody else is doing 100 credits, I'm going to do 100 credits because I feel like a punk.
Peer pressure.
I'm not gonna bet, and I'm gonna keep all my credits to myself. I'll be the richest boy in town.
We're all going to be coming to you for loans.
One smart individual.
Well, how the tables have turned.
Everyone, go ahead and erase those credits from your character sheet. They're gone. And no, I'll and then we'll see if anyone wins here. Yeah, as the race gets going, people start cheering from the crowd. There's what looks like the mutter is doing very well, but then maybe it slips a little bit indeed in that inside lane, the muddy lane. And yeah, you watch as a spider goat has kind of like a photo finish at the line with a few others, and you hear some patrons cheering, but far, far more in the crowd groaning. But this is one of the odds on favorites, and I rolled it randomly. Redacted and Tyler did win, was number 3.
Heck yeah.
Spider goat number 3. So you get 150 credits. So if you bet 100, you're getting 50 payback here. And yeah, as you get your credits, paid back onto your sticks, you notice what looks like a very concerned looking Asoki woman sticking behind after the race. And she goes over and examines the spider goat that was originally winning, the one on the inside lane, and then kind of fell behind. And she looks like she's got on, work clothes, but has a small medical coat over it. She seems very concerned about the animal.
Okay, is she in? Can we approach her? She's not like in a employees only area.
No, now that the race is done and funds are being distributed, most of the crowd is heading out, maybe getting back to trenches for drinks or something. But yeah, it seems like most of the other animals are being led away, and the crowd's done. You can go on to the center grounds here. And what would you like to say?
Are you just admiring the animal or lamenting a lost bet?
Well, I take care of the animals here. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm guessing you didn't bid on this one, or you might be cursing its name. Fiddle is this little goat's name, but you can call me Lapley. I take care of the animals around these parks.
Oh, nice to meet you. I am Praedir, and you have correctly guessed that, in fact, I did bet on the winning goat.
Well, that's good for you. Everyone's a winner down here at the track. I guess except for all the folks that bet on the other animals.
That's unfortunately how spider goat racing works, I'm afraid. But you seemed concerned when you were looking at the creature. Is everything okay?
There ain't much livestock here in Plaustov anymore for me to take care of, so I took this job here, and I just hate seeing any of these animals get hurt, and I think this one might tweak something coming down the home stretch there. I used to have a whole lot more animals to take care of, mister, but well, I think the wolf pack out to the north took care of most of the cattle that I would have to shoe, and I spend my days trying to take care of these spider goats now and doing right by them, doing what I can by them. Working for the racetrack.
What made you think that the spider goat injured itself on the home stretch? Did something happen?
Well, I didn't like the look of the lane there. It seems like they maybe watered it down a little. I think, well, this goat was getting a lot of bets put on it. Let's just put it that way. And don't mention that anyone else you hear. I just worried about her is all. Don't tell the other goats, but Phil 6 is my favorite.
I won't say anything. Have you had to deal with a lot of injuries with other goats?
More than I'd care to admit, to be honest. Last few weeks, they've been running them pretty hard, and they've been adding in some races here and there, and these creatures just weren't made for it, is all. That's all there is to it. But it's bringing in some pretty good money, I guess, for my bosses. Well, howdy, mister. She notices the obviously very attractive looking ferret-like man over here in Jamfram. What brings you here? Y'all interested in the races and these animals?
Jamfram will attempt subterfuge and say, yes, I like to watch animals run. They run fast, and I like to make money. That's why I'm here. And I'm not here for other reasons. I don't wish harm upon people who race animals.
Do you want to make a deception check? Oh, okay, natural one.
There you go.
A rootin' tootin' looking goblin comes walking up behind you and says, Miss, don't you let this one tell you tall tales out of a 10-gallon hat. This here happens to be the best spider goat jockey west of the inner sea and east of the all direction of the inner sea. This is Jumpin' Jamfram, they calls him. He claps you on the back. He says, yep, best spider goat jockey you ever done see. You should put him up on that animal right now and see how he treats him. Best I ever seen. All right, that's it for me.
I'm very short.
I best be hitting the old dusty trail. My name's Cattywampus. Cowboy Cattywampus. I'll be here on adventure. I decided to join y'all.
We'll miss you, Cattywampus.
Yep. Well,
did I roll sense motive on Cattywampus or something?
It's more.
Is this true?
Sense motive on.
Does Asher think it's true?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Let's see if Asher believes it. Cattywampus, not a great. I rolled this secretly, but I rolled a 13. Deception. We're gonna call this DC 20. Let's see if Asher believes this.
What, sense motive?
Yeah.
19.
Oh, so close. But yes, you've never seen Jamfram riding a spider goat, but I guess technically he was very close when you guys fought the skeletons on the mountainside. He was jumping around and almost jumped on one of them.
Well, Zilix has a -1 to wisdom, so he, of course, already believes it.
Do you guys have any questions for Lapley? Okay.
All right, I'll ride the spider goat, Patrick.
Oh, okay.
Let me at it.
I was really just.
I'm not gonna say no to fun.
I was really just having a goof and a good time because Tyler stepped away from his computer and nobody was saying anything. I was like, oh, time to fill air. She has a crush on Jamfram now. No, Lapley says, well, it's nice to meet you. We can set you up. They typically run themselves, you know. They don't have jockeys on them, but I imagine
suppose I would have seen that. But
yeah, I imagine
where I come from, we ride on the backs.
No, y'all can train.
I actually ride on the underside of them. I hang on for dear life. Like
it's more a pack animal, like a mule. But yeah go for it. Yeah, but yeah, most of them are caught up in training. You have to buy your own if you want to ride them around these parts. But
is that 100 credits?
No, they're pretty darn pricey these days. So it'd be whatever kind of like a vehicle of an equivalent level would be at this point. So pretty darn expensive.
They better have a pretty good ram damage.
Well, they do have crumple technology.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Very important.
Because they're skeletons.
Get it?
What would you guys like to do? You've seen how the races go. You've both made and I think mostly lost money across 4 bets placed.
This is half and half.
Let's go get that money back.
Nope. You guys gained 100 credits and lost 200.
Collectively, yes.
Yeah. Redacted won 150. So
the house came out on top on this one, which I'm very happy about. Thank you.
Can we actually inspect the physical track? Is that allowed?
Yeah. I mean, you're basically there now. There's not much besides what you've already.
Take a look and see if there's anything besides just, bad terrain?
On the track, I don't think so. As you're snooping around, though, you see most of the spider goats are taken to this large warehouse area, which it seems to have been kind of gutted and turned into a stables of sorts. And you see what looks like the Asokis that were taken bet. A number of them kind of moved to a small little cabin, like a little building off to the edge of the track, maybe like a short walk away from it, up a hill. And it is getting later now. I think maybe this is like the sundown race, so some long shadows being cast over the valley where Plaustov City is.
Well, do people want to investigate the spider goat stable, or just go directly into the cabin with the obvious gang member affiliates?
I feel like we need to investigate them goats.
Good idea. If we could steal all of them, that would be keen.
Gotta go get us a goat gander.
Yeah, I mean, you just walking into the warehouse.
I want to gawk at some goats.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few, people in there, including Lapley, when you go goat gawking, and she's like, "Oh, y'all again? How's it going? This is where the animals rest up when they're not a racing. So we feed them and track some of their vital statistics, and I do my best to keep up with them. The warehouse is mainly a large kind of 25-foot ceiling area that looks like maybe it was going to be indeed used for storage, perhaps excess storage from some of the lumberyards, which have been closed down for some time. So it's not been in use for some of its normal functions for a while. But yeah, they've got like little, I guess, kind of pens for each of the goats, and 3 on one side and 3 on the other. Maybe there's like a cute little baby spider goat being fed in the corner by like a young girl.
Oh,
I presume it's being fed like,
give me the goat.
I presume it's being fed like a cocooned like giant insect or something. Like she's like holding it like it's a bottle and just like feeding it into its gaping maw.
No, it's just laying down on its 6 little paws and is drinking from a bottle. It's black milk. It's black milk, but it's still good for spider goat. Spider goat can have a little bit of black milk
as a treat.
Yeah,
as a treat. Yeah, you best believe.
Runs down its ribcage.
Yep.
Patrick, would there be a way to kind of compare the win rates with any of these animals and kind of maybe figure out like, this one always wins because they're messing with the physical health of the other 5?
I mean, why don't you talk to Lapley? Do you want to make a diplomacy check, see if she has more information to give you? Going real deep into the specifics of these races. Yeah, does anybody want to aid, and what are you saying?
Lapley, from our earlier conversation, I couldn't help but be curious as to the correlation between past injuries and win rate with each of the animals. Do you have any knowledge or statistics on, again, previous injuries, their win rates, overall win rate, that kind of thing?
Who y'all say you were with?
We are with the Spider Goat investment firm, Black Milk Trotters.
All right, Tyler, you're getting a little bit of a bonus here on a deception check because that's a really great name. Make me a deception roll.
Thank you. Is it bluff? It's bluff in this.
Bluff.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so that's gonna be enough. She's like, y'all care about these animals? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, yes.
I can't do anything that get me in trouble here, but some of the folks that I work for, Digits, Spats, Sticky Paws, I've had to keep an eye on them because, I've seen them wetting the track in certain places that, I think they're doing it to kind of, weigh the odds for certain goats in the race, depending on what lane they're at. And if these animals aren't, expecting that to happen in their race, they look coordinated running out there with all 6 of them hooves hitting the dirt, but one loose hoof and they're liable to break a leg. I care about these animals, but I care about myself too. There ain't no authorities I feel like I can reach out to and tell them what they're doing here. So I'm just trying to take care of these animals as best as I can and get them trained for whatever's gonna hit them out there on the track. But yeah, these folks I work for, I don't think they care about the animals as much as I do.
I see. Well, I definitely don't want to get you in any trouble. And hey, if we can try and get that wolf pack cleared out north, and we do make an investment in these spider goats, we will make sure to make you the head rancher.
Well, howdy do. How do you like that? How about them apples?
All right. Anything else anybody wants to do here?
I have a question. Are spider goats known to be useful in ways other than racing?
You've seen some adventurers here on New Galarian use them as kind of pack animals. You know, they're probably size-wise more akin to an alpaca.
I was going to say for hauling lumber, perhaps, but no.
No.
I'm trying to imagine a llama.
A wagon full of lumber? Llama. He's supposed to be
hauling
dead.
lumber.
There are lumber llamas, right? That's a thing.
I said it. It sounds like it's a perfect marriage.
There should be, yeah.
Well, they were described as mules earlier, but Patrick just said alpacas, so that I have a very different image in my head depending on the moment.
Yeah, you could string up a bunch of them to haul some lumber, but you know, they're also like robots that'll do that job for you pretty good.
Yeah, but we might as well use the natural resources if they exist, right? And if we can find a way to make the community all work together and be self-sufficient, I think that would be useful.
Okay. The rabbits
have big plans for these spider goats. They're going to have meaning in their life.
Oh gosh, all right. Until you find out that their pelts are worth like 50 credits each, and then you're like, well, it's a shame about those spider goats getting killed off like they did.
Shame.
Shame.
Like those flint dogs. What are those? Flit dogs?
Flit hounds.
Flit hounds, yeah. Whoo, don't be one of those when you reincarnate. I think Praedir is all. I don't think there's anything else here that falls under the good alignment that we could do. I think would be set to head over to the administration cabin, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do? Are we going to talk to them?
Initially.
Okay. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how that goes. I'm going to keep up my black milk trotter lie for as long as I possibly can.
Is there a way I can stealth in there and see if I can hear what they are saying and doing?
Is that something you want to do?
Yeah, because I can climb up things. I feel like maybe there's a window I can climb up to, or I can, sneak around and maybe try to blend in with the surface with my scales.
Yeah, so the building on the outskirts of the track is a small 2-story structure, and it seems like there's a small light on in the second floor, and as you approach, you hear maybe some muffled voices, maybe a television or something is on up there. Acatonian Western going on. Do you want to climb up the side of the building?
Yeah, first I'm going to activate my sheath array to give myself a couple of bonuses.
Sure.
Because I can get a +1 to stealth.
Yeah, why don't you make me
+2 to stealth with this. Sorry, +2 to stealth.
Make me a stealth check.
We have book rerolls as well. Or not book rerolls, but
that's going to be 29.
Oh!
I don't think you want to reroll a 17. That's pretty good. Yeah, as you climb up, sticky pad up the side of the building here, and through the first floor window, you see what looks like an office, maybe some old-looking dusty computers and tables and some desks and things like that. You get up at the second floor, it's just what looks like a common room with a large poker table in the middle and some small rooms off to the side here. And yeah, you see what looks like 3 Ahsoki in the middle of the room here watching some TV. Looks like they're having a good time, maybe drinking a little bit.
What are they watching?
It's a space western, Drew. I don't know.
It is a space western? Okay.
I don't know if you recognize.
It's called Lightning Bug.
Oh, what?
Like Firefly.
Oh, okay. I
that's
get
pretty
you.
good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I was thinking more like a classic space western. It's
like
Are you saying Firefly isn't a classic?
No, it's still modern. They're watching.
It's not. It's like 20 years old.
They're watching the good, the Shobahd, and the ugly. And there's our episode title.
We got it. I was gonna say Space Gunsmoke, so that's better.
Firefly came out in 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah. 22 years old.
It's old. Firefly was done with before Nathan Fillion was on the last season of Buffy. Just anyway, do they look armed? Do I see any weapons in the area?
Yeah, I mean it's fairly it's fairly armed looking individuals. Let me take us to a map here, and I'll show you what they are looking like. Little tough looking Ahsokis with
look at that hip hop. It's sassy.
with what looks like some armor, some leather. Obviously, they are cutting up apples with tail blades.
Yeah, they've all got tail blades, gang. So watch out for those attacks of opportunity.
They are so dangerous.
Sometimes the Starfinder artist, you can tell, be acting up when they making this art. This is definitely one of those examples.
So do I see
you guys should play Ahsoki. There's so much great Ahsoki art in Starfinder. There's so many great characters that they've made over the years in these APs. I feel like Ahsoki just get the best.
Let's face
characters.
it, Ahsoki rule.
Yeah.
Do I see anything else in the room, like a big pile of money somewhere, or like what looks like a ratty book that has all their stats about how they're doing things, or anything that I could see that maybe they're cheating with, or any proof that they're cheating?
No, maybe on the first floor there'd be some of that in the computers and stuff there, but don't see much here in their kind of living quarters.
Should I go down to the first floor and try to investigate the computers?
It's up to you guys.
Let's do it. Let's go down and sneak in and do that.
Do you want to tell your teammates? Do you want to go solo or?
I want to tell them that I'm going to do that, especially because I've only got a +2 to computers, so this could go real bad real fast.
Okay.
I can join you. I have stealth.
When in doubt, just throw the computer out of the second story window.
The files are in the computer.
Files are in the computer. Exactly.
Right. How are you getting in on the first floor here?
Is there a window I can crawl through?
There's a number and they are not locked.
Well, then let's go, baby.
Yeah.
For alarm systems or something?
Yeah. Well, make me a general perception check to look around and see if there's anything that looks the most like important computer here as well.
I don't see anything.
32 for Asher.
Oh man, maybe very good that Asher came with you as Zilix is moving forward here. Asher, you stop him as you hear a crackle of electricity and take a look at the floor here that seems to be lit up with electricity.
What about the ceiling?
Less lit up.
Because I'm an unflappable climber, I can get anywhere. So let's go.
Well, I should say before that happens, though, I'm gonna just have you do a quick roll into the initiative turn order for me.
Oh dang!
Oop.
Oh ding dong! Dang it!
Everyone can. Everybody's allowed. Got as good as a roll as you can get, Drew. Here,
wasting them.
You guys missed my great Jimmy Buffett goof because I was muted.
Are you wasting away again in Margaritaville, Jabert?
I wasted a 20 again on my initiative.
Oh,
but I sang it to my Margaritaville.
Wasted a 20 again.
Wasting away again on my M&Ms. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
We're just going to use this map right here for the first floor as well. But trundling down the stairs, you see a few Ahsokis with weapons drawn who, as they see you in the room here, open fire. Fire on Zilix.
No questions asked. Straight to guns.
Well, you've broken into their.
I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
I do.
This is a stand your ground country.
Oh boy. Let's get political, Tyler. Woo! No, this is the Wild West. This is you looked at me funny. It's time to die country. These are just going to be 3 regular shots. Is that correct? Is that a correct thing? I have to say, yes. I can't really see here as I come down, but we are going to do 1 shot at Zilix and a couple at Asher and Sky. First Zilix, natural 20 to start us off. Gotta love it.
Drew,
Shout
is
out.
yours.
Yeah, you got a 22, Drew, on your initiative. Isn't that awesome?
I love it.
They match. It's great.
Let's shout out a Patreon subscriber at the Flanking Buddies or above. Boy, howdy. Stuart H, thank you so much for... Oh, wait, sorry. Stuart H is not a flanking buddy. You're a Drunken Patreon, but still, I want to thank you. I was meant to say Leo D. Leo SD. Thank you so much for your support, your help here on the Patreon. But thank you, Stuart H, as well. Both of you guys, it looks like, have been joined up since we started. We appreciate you. Let's kill Drew's character first up. So you only get one attack, Drew, but it is a critical. And you get a blast of sonic energy from across the room here that hits you. Can you make me a fortitude save?
Well, first and foremost, I want to use defensive dispersal.
What's that?
This is a nanosite ability that I have not used prior. I can use a nanite surge. So I'm going to create a barrier that is going to give me damage, basically a barrier that's going to absorb my constitution mod plus my nanosite level. So this is going to be 9 points of damage off the top of this.
Well, that's good because it's 24 points of sonic damage.
And I also get a bonus as a result to the first roll for saving throws.
Really? Okay. Well, you have a saving throw right now because it has the critical effect deafen.
I said that was fortitude?
Fortitude, yeah. This is a cosmic crit here. I rolled max damage on this sonic critting for you. Okay, and you have failed.
Well, 14.
Oh, 14, fail.
All right, can I re-roll this, gang?
I mean, it's deafened.
I mean, that's true, but deafened when he's kind of alone in a room could be bad. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Asher's going to be right here with me, so.
Oh, okay, you got that.
Asher's right here.
All right, I'll deal with it. How many rounds am I going to be deafened now?
Can you roll a d4 for me?
No, I don't want to. This seems like a trap.
Okay, looks like a 3 on a 1d4. 30 rounds.
I'm sorry, 30?
Yes, it is 1d4 minutes.
No, I'm sorry, 30?
Yes.
I can't hear you. What?
Oh, boy. As the condition, this -4 penalty to initiative checks, perception checks, automatically fail perception checks based on sound. Not too bad. I am knocking this natural 20 down basically to a natural 16. So as you get blasted, you kind of wince in pain as you're hearing bucks out.
I'm sorry. And how much damage did you say that was again? I apologize.
24 in total. So -9, you're looking at 15. Sonic, 2 attacks against Asher and Sky. Okay, well, we got a super hit and we got a 9 on the dice. What is Asher's EAC, Rebecca?
17.
17. All right, we got a couple hits here. Couple hits. It's like I crit because I get the critical effect and you take in the damage from 2. So one is 5 points of sonic damage. The other is 9 points of sonic damage. And I need you to make me a fortitude save as well.
Right. 20.
Asher's good, though.
Oh, good.
Asher is good. You hear some weapons fire from outside here where Jamfram Redacted and Praedir are around the corner from the main entrance. Technically, you are next in the initiative turn order. You hear a gunfight going on inside the sounds.
Okay. Redacted tries to call Zilix.
Doesn't answer, believe it or not. So sorry. He seems to be doing something important right now. Who knows?
Don't you have psychic communication you can use or something?
I could. I just wanted to set up the gag that you can't hear, and I'm trying to call you. So I guess Redacted will begin to make the way to... Is this the only opening?
Yeah, there's some doors there to get to the first floor. So if you want to move over and open up the door for folks, you can.
Or could I go around?
I would say you can also climb through one of the windows, but you'd have to take an action to open up one of these other windows on the side closest to you if you want to do that.
Well, if I open up the window, would that give me like a partial cover?
If you want to stay on the outside, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
So moving over there, open up the window. Asher and Sky, you are next, and I'm going to draw out. I'm going to do that. Hold on. I'm going to draw out just whereabouts the area of the trap 4 you see is here. Oop, right in front of you. Electrified.
Okay. Asher and Sky are going to... I guess I don't have my pistol out, do I?
I suppose not. I reckon not, little lady.
All right, I'll pull my pistol out. That means that I can't trick attack, right? Because I have to take an action to pull it
Completely
out.
forgot you changed your character.
Yeah, I'm an operative now. That's why I have computers. I volunteered to go downstairs.
You've been hitting the books for the last 6 months.
Well, I had a dream. Don't you remember? It taught me everything I need to know.
I know someone else that had a dream, Rebecca, and you don't talk about him nearly enough on the podcast.
Okay.
Mr. Martin Luther King Jr.
No, I assumed that's what you meant, but I...
Well, you didn't say it even after I brought him up. So what would you like to do with just a regular shot, or?
Yeah, I'm just going to take a shot then, because I had to take an action to pull out my gun. So this is with the sonic pistol Thunderstrike. I'm going to try to hit the...
It's what they're using as well.
Oh, the one on the left, the one that's marked in red.
Okay. She's got a red scarf on.
I rolled the trick, but that doesn't matter. But it's a natural 20 on the shot.
Whoa! Everyone should get these Thunderstrike pistols. They're awesome. They're the best. James W.
14.
Call out for a Patreon supporter as well, James. Flinging buddy. Thank you so much. God, also someone that's
Thank you, James.
been a supporter since 2020. My gosh, we are an old podcast. We appreciate you. Critical hit. A crit.
Yep, so 14 sonic damage and deafen.
I've got to make a fortitude save. Okay.
Critical crit.
I've made the fortitude save.
Aw.
You said 14 damage?
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah. I don't like.
Is that a specific critical effect that you have a save against it?
Nope. The critical effect for the Thunderstrike pistol is you get a save for
Okay.
the critical hit effect deafen.
Okay. I just didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Okay.
It's the first time you use this pistol, right?
Yep.
And you got a crit with it.
Nice. My lucky pistol.
Okay. Next up, we have Zilix, who has been knocked down the initiative turn order a little bit, a little battered, a little bruised by a well-placed shot. What would you like to do, Drew?
So I do want to say, for the record, before fans put it on the Discord, as a nanocyte, I have an ability that gives me a 10% chance to treat a critical hit as a normal hit, and I forgot about it. So I know for next time.
Okay.
But
Edit that out so they yell at him anyway.
Yeah, sorry, Drew. You mentioned it so many times, but every time you've mentioned that, I deleted it because you didn't use it. Well, why don't you just for fun roll it now? See if it would have been regular.
also, why didn't I use my eel jacket?
You got better fortitude saves. Yeah, it would still have been a crit. So don't worry. Don't worry yourself about it.
Anyway, I'm gonna manifest a gun in my hands and start shooting fools.
Oh, it's the old shootout at the Spider Goat Corral.
So yeah, we're gonna. Which is the one that crit me? Which dot?
I think it was the red scarf one as well.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, because she went first. Ooh. Good shot, good hit. That is a 16 on the dice. That is a hit.
Oh yeah,
3.
and that's my time.
9 points of
9 points of damage.
fire.
Well,
damage?
yeah, it's fire by default. I guess I could change that, but I didn't figure out what they were going to be. So yes, 9 points.
Okay, yeah, that is enough damage after a crit from Asher and Sky, a hit from you, to bloody this one who goes, get them, you fools! Don't let them leave here. Jamfram is next.
Hey, that's me. Okay. I'm outside a window.
Mm-hmm.
I hear blasting.
Oh, here they go blasting again.
Let's see. What is my character again? It's been weeks since I played this character.
Well, I mean, since we had a combat, we played last week.
Oh, yeah. Well, no. Yeah, when we don't have a combat, I don't play this character.
I play video games in the background on mute.
Let's see here.
Too real.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So a little bit zoomed out here because I've got. Boop. So there's a window right here that redacted.
Good old Redacted's opened it up for you.
Do I see a couple windows over on this side too? Or
yeah, there's also a door over there. You want to go and go through the front door? It's up to you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is this square right here? Who's this guy?
That is a trap that Asher and Sky has identified.
I'm not trying to metagame, just because I'm closer to the window. I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, and then
make me the most simple climb check to climb through.
Yeah, I can do it. 13.
Yep. So you trundle through. I think maybe that'll take up just like one additional 5-foot square. So how much movement do you have in general?
25 feet. So that's one full movement.
Yep. But you're inside here. You see, they just came down the stairs, but looks like 3 of these rat cashers with their pistols drawn, tail blades attached, going after your buddies here. What would you like to do for your standard?
How does my... Okay, so that is a full action, so I can't do that. I think I'm just going to try to intimidate, let's say this one. I'm just going to try to demoralize as a standard. So I don't even remember what demoralize does in this game, but I'm just going to
It's an intimidate check, and it's,
I presumed it was that, but
against their CR plus.
Oh,
half their CR
it's
plus
like 2 times their
15.
CR or whatever. Yeah.
1.5. We're looking for a 21. It looks like you failed. 7 on the dice. What does Jamfrum say that is not successful?
I'm not gonna do that. Move on.
Oh,
you can move on.
Oh, I like it when he's blustery but not effective.
No. I do not like it when he's blustery but not effective. I'm so glad that you enjoy that, Patrick. That's fun. That's fun for you.
It is. Well, it's fun for everyone because people like Jamfrum, but it's usually something along the lines of like, "Hey, you," and then that's it.
Yeah.
Praedir is. What did you roll, Tyler, to get this low on the initiative?
We don't have to talk about it. Let's talk about line of sight. If I move 5 feet forward, would you say that I have line of sight on the yellow dotted rat cacher?
You can catch corner. I'd say you can catch corner for sure there.
Avlino will save. Please.
Save you.
This is a brand new 2nd level spell, courtesy of being higher level. DC is what you ask? Great question. It's something I will let you know as I scroll up. DC 18.
DC 18, I've rolled an 11 on the dice. I've succeeded.
Oh,
For some reason, will's their best.
Oh, well, Yosoki, I think I feel like they always tend to have really good will saves, but
just a success.
Yeah.
Just a little success here. What you rolling? What you casting?
You've negated it, so you don't get to know.
How about we don't keep secrets from, we are doing a podcast. Why don't you say what your character is doing so we have like some idea? You just go up and be like, I don't do anything. We're moving on.
So I was vamping so that I could get to my Mindbreaker ability, Backlash. Whenever
Tyler did not have the.
I didn't have an ability open. Whenever a foe succeeds at a will save against one of your spells and negates the effect, which you have, you are going to take 1 non-lethal damage for each mystic level. And we're level 5. So you're going to take 5 non-lethal damage. This was my brand new spell called Paranoia. But you'll just have to wait to know what it does until I succeed.
It's not going to be this episode, but it will be this episode. Maybe sometime. Okay, they are going to advance a little bit, I think, into the room here and do some fun things. We're going to make a trick attack against Asher and Sky, a trick attack against Zilixfell, and a trick attack against Jamfrum the Mighty. I remember how to do trick attacks for operatives, for sure. I'm guessing just there.
Sounds like you don't.
Best skill. Yeah, whatever. You can always make a stealth check for for an operative. So we're looking for DC 26. You guys are level 5?
Yes. I think so.
20.
Yeah.
Is it 20 plus their level, Rebecca? You're an operative now.
20 plus the CR of the creature. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so you guys are so against Asher and Sky. I've rolled a 7. That is a fail on the trick attack, and only a 6 on the sonic pistol to hit. So that is a what is your EAC, Rebecca?
17.
That's a fail on the shot, so it goes wide. Wom 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 wom. Trick attack against Zilixthel. Dart behind a little table here. A 10 on the dice is going to be a success.
What?
Trick attack against flat-footed EAC. A 13 on the dice is going to be a hit. Drew, you tricked, boy. You tricked. I tricked you. And this is...
Oh, I didn't update my EAC and KAC. They're 17 now. Is that going to make a difference?
No, I rolled 13 on the attack. So this is a 14 points of sonic damage on the trick. We're going to do the same thing to Jamfram. Trick and an attack. The trick is a success. The attack is a natural 1. Womp, womp. Let's get you back in the action here. Redacted. Jamfram's just moving in the window. What would you like to do?
I guess Redacted is going to take a shot at the red dotted one.
She may move to get a little better firing solution, and still firing through a buddy here, but otherwise unobstructed view.
All right. Let's take that shot. It's a 16 to hit.
That is a hit for
8 points of damage.
8 fire damage. Okay. Anything you'd like to do with the move action?
Well, wave.
You're not going inside. All right. Asher and Sky. Rebecca.
All right, Asher and Sky are going to once again shoot at the one that is marked with red, and I get to trick this time.
Oh, you can try.
That's fun. 16 or lower on the trick, and an 18 on the attack.
16 or lower means you rolled like a 20? Is that what that is? I can't see the dice roll, but your trick attack was huge. If it's 16,
yeah,
DR 16 or lower.
Must be.
Yes, that is
20.
A trick, and that is a hit. What that can't be the trick damage that you do.
That's what it says. It says 22 altogether.
No, Rebecca. Do you have 3d8 at level 5?
Please check me.
I think at level
correctly.
5 it jumps way up. Yeah.
It's so much.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a good run for operative Asher and Sky. It's a shame that Tiger Goat bit her face off. Also, you just rolled super well. That is enough to drop this red scarf to Sophie.
Oh, you know what that means?
And I helped.
Actually, I think she could have done it without you. That's 22 points of damage.
So since I defeated an enemy, I regain SP, so I get to heal myself. Isn't that fancy and fun?
Fancy and fun? No, you get to pick one, Rebecca.
It's really hard to try and be a supportive player right now for you.
Drew.
And
Zilixthel is up next. You got 2 more of these rat caches.
Because blue is slightly closer, I'm going to boost and shoot.
Rolling extra damage early here. It's a little presumptive, but
That wasn't me. I'm sorry. I don't know what that happened.
that's probably Rebecca.
That was me. Yeah, I was healing myself.
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense.
It's so funny. You said it, and then like dice were rolled. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's putting the cart before the horse. But yeah, Rebecca rolled a 7, an 8, and a 3 on those trick attack, which was like, okay, okay.
That's a 22 to hit, and I get 1d6 boosted damage.
Ooh, that's also a bunch of damage here.
So that's going to be 17 damage.
Okay, yes. A solid hit on this one with the blue scarf. Maybe it has a little pair of coveralls that say Spats on their lapel here, on their chest. Spats taking 17 points of fire damage. Jamfram, we are back to you. Gibbert, 2 of these Soki left.
Oh my. All right, let's see. So I'll I guess this is like a big table right here.
No, I'm there's maybe some desks and things, but this is actually the map for something that like the second floor. But
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna step in and step around this guy. So
okay,
make an attack if he would like to.
Oh, he does have a tailblade, and you can try.
Okay, he's pretty good, but
they're
that might not be bad either.
No. I guess. Well, it's not bad. It's just not that damage. Oh, you make that attack. Yeah, tailblade, natural 20s. Yeah, Patreon shout out to Alexandra, one of our Dragon Masters, our highest tier on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. Let's take out good old Jamfram with a dirt crit. This is a minimum damage crit. So 10 points of slashing damage as that tailblade indeed whips around, catches you across the cheek as you move by. And this one calls out and says like, yeah, you've been cut by digits, see? That's what you get for breaking in here, see?
Yeah, let's see here. So I, until very recently, had fortification, but I do not have it right now since we did our little like update at the end of the last thing. So
please don't negate my crits. I love them.
Oh, don't worry. I still negate your crit, but
what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that a soldier feat?
Enhanced resistance slashing. So I'm subtracting 5 from your 10. So it's back to a regular hit.
I mean, yeah, that's basically negating it. It's a little better because you don't have to roll nothing. Okay, so you've moved around the side of them. They've tried their best to stop you. What would you like to do?
I've moved here to take advantage of coordinated shot. So people, ranged combatants against this guy will get a +1 on their attacks. And
that's basically get him.
It's kind of like a get him.
It's almost like a soldier get him.
And then I'm going to aligning your shield is a move action in this game, isn't it?
Yes, to the target.
Yeah, and maybe I'll just
snicker snack.
Yeah, let's see here.
Tally whack.
I've forgotten. Like I made so many changes to this character, so I've actually never played as this character before. So I don't know. Might try to decide if I want to hit him with my sword or hit him with my shield. I've got a fun new shield attack now.
Well, use your new attack. I'm gonna burn
attack.
It's burning a hole in your pocket.
That's right. I'm gonna wallop him with my night shield, which was a thing that dropped in our loot many moons ago, and I found it in the loot pile and I picked it up. And I'm gonna use it. And I'm gonna hit him with it now. And
we still have our episode reroll.
We do, but Jabert's not gonna need it.
25
15 on the dice. Yes, that is a hit, and
15 points of damage.
Bludgeoning
or piercing.
Okay. Do you have the pick or?
I don't remember. Patrick, I don't remember. Do they have resistance to one of them?
No, I'm just asking for fun, for funsies. I mean, are you stabbing them with your shield or just beating them up?
I presume this would be like this is me like broadsiding them with the side of it.
Okay.
So I am in my mind like I could have aligned my shield, but I've instead decided to swing it out wide. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Makes that Captain America noise that I love so much. That wong. Praedir, we're back to you, Tyler.
I have line of sight on yellow still. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say they might have a little bit of cover bonus. This might be like a small wall partition here.
It's a will save. I only do one thing, Patrick. I'm a one-trick will man. Level 1 spell. Command. DC 17.
Sure, you want to do more will saves? That's their best, Tyler.
I'm feeling a single-digit roll from you because you just rolled a 20. The opposite side of the die, karma, should come up now. Probably like a 4.
Ooh, close. 5. That is a fail.
I'm commanding you to flee. You move as far away from me as you can, provoking reactions like normal.
No. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? Because that happens now. It's their turn.
No, go for it.
Jamfram, you get an attack of opportunity because this guy's piecing out. We got here 17 on the attack. That is a hit. Another 15 points of damage.
I was muted, but you sounded like you were.
Yeah,
Like you were responding to me. It was like you were back to me.
I'm a well-trained GM. I'm in podcast, so I'm just gonna say the damage anyway.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna continue on.
Rolled a 17 on the dice, or not on the dice,
on the attack
all together. Yeah,
just a hit. Yeah, so this one runs across the building, goes to the opposite window and starts fidgeting with it. Opens it up, throws it open. The one with the blue scarf who's still in it is like, "What are you doing?" And they got a couple targets here. Let's see who they're going for. Asher and Sky across the room. This one is gonna trick and attack you. Does not trick and just attacks. So this is just a hit with the Thunder Strike for maximum damage, 12 points of sonic damage. We're back to Redacted.
All right. Redacted's going to take a shot at the blue guy.
Okay.
Say 21 to hit.
Hit. And the max damage looks like 9 points.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's enough to bloody that one. Asher and Sky. Rebecca.
All right. I'm going to strike. I'm going to shoot at the one marked in blue that Redacted just hit.
Mm-hmm.
The CR 12 or lower on the trick and an 18 on the attack.
Oh, yeah. We like these damage numbers a little bit more. Boy, howdy.
You do. Yeah.
11 points of damage. It looks like total that the trick does go off. That is also a hit. And it is still up as we go to Zilix Fell's turn. Was that 11 points damage total?
Yep.
Okay. What you got, Drew?
All right, we're gonna shoot again and boost again.
Boost and shoot.
Boost and shoot.
Everyone in this fight's taking these full action, full turn action, rocking.
Oh no!
Toot. That is a miss.
Do we have a reroll?
I'm gonna reroll it because
we do, and Drew answered one of the questions, so he's got that going for him. Go for it, Drew. Roll that one. I dare you. Oh, you rolled 2 1s. It's an 11 on the dice. Okay, we are taking this less damage on the second roll here, but that damage is still enough to drop this one. Blue scarf one goes down like, no.
I didn't even get the boost.
Remember, 10 points was enough to take down Spats. You see Digit fumbling out the window.
Zilix yells out, "One's still there! They're running away!"
But we are indeed out of combat because, I mean, you can try to take this one out, but they're running for the hills, maybe shouting behind them, "You ain't heard the last of Digits. I'll be back, and this fight will have to be continued."
Oh.
You. That's what you get for Tyler making me run away. He's actually gonna do it. And also the AP says if they get down to like 15 HP, they run away. So that's what he was gonna do anyway. I don't care that you made me do it, Tyler. But yeah, they got a couple of Thunderstrike sonic pistols on these folks, some other loot we'll talk about. And the command of their office putting an end to the rat catcher gang. Yeah. Look at you guys cleaning up Plaustov, only your first day here.
What?
That's yeah. Drew, remember you have like a full minute and a half of deafness at the beginning of next week's episode. Make sure to role play that. Don't change a thing. No notes. Exact same way you're doing it. Just like an old prospector, you have to put like a big old horn to your ear. Like,
the problem is I'm not even sure where Zilix's ears are because he's got the stalks with the eyes on the thing.
Probably just a hole somewhere in that get up. That's gonna do it for this week's episode, guys. Thank you for playing with me.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Listeners, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next week's episode of Cosmic Crit.
Good night.
Good night.
Listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.